Recently, I picked up some new makeup and a bunch of new stuff, and I thought I would share it with you. So we're gonna do a little bit of a trying out new makeup. I have a ton of lip products. I have a bunch of different lip liners. I have some different lip glosses. Yeah, I have a lot of fun stuff. So I wanna start with my base. So I'm not a big foundation wearer. So today I just have on the Drmtlgy, the Universal Tinted Moisturizer. It's an SPF of 46. I used that as kind of an overall like complexion moisturizer, slight, evening out of the skin tone, but not a lot of coverage. And then what I've been doing lately, and this is not new, but it's new, kind of a new technique for me, is I've been taking a concealer, and the one I've been using most recently is the Estée Lauder. This is just the Double Wear Concealer. I think it's in the color 3C, and I've been using a very, very, very small amount of it, just like in the center of my face where I might get a little bit of redness. And then I've been just moving it with a brush, and that's almost always one of the brushes from BK Beauty, just a small one, to kind of stipple it into the skin, give a little tiny bit of coverage kind of in that middle section, but leave everything else looking just like skin. That's kind of the look that I'm going for, is a no makeup look for sure. So that's what I did first before trying out anything. Now, the things that I bought first that I want to share with you are a bunch of things from this brand called Sacheu, I think it's called. Anyway, they have these contour sticks that are contour stain, and so they're supposed to like stain the skin, so they're gonna be on longer. So the idea, I thought, would be that I'm gonna wear just kind of this tinted moisturizer, let it kind of dry down, and then use products like this that would stain my skin so that it would be long wearing, for summertime. And the other thing that they do have is they have a bunch of these, they're like lip liner stains, and you put them on and then you leave them on for a while. They dry, and then it's like you peel them off and they have that stain of a lip line. Okay, so first thing, I did buy the lighter shade of this stain contour stain thing, and I thought it was okay, but it was just a little bit too light. Like it didn't look like it did enough for my skin. So that's when I went back and I bought the darker shade, and I bought a bunch of the lip liners. I bought one of the blushes, and first of all, when I put a tiny bit of the light one on, kind of around the perimeter, around my forehead. I put a little bit on. I didn't go crazy, but I put a little bit on. And then I put just a little tiny bit of the darker one on after to deepen the light one that was too light to begin with. And oh my gosh, unfortunately, it was a really terrible situation. I mean, it was almost unexpectedly disastrous. So these kind of tend to be a little patchy looking, and they almost look dry. And then this color is definitely just too dark, even using a very small amount, and even mixed with the color that was too light. Honestly, I ended up looking so ridiculous. So unfortunately, these were a kind of fail. I had put on the lip liner for a stain to test that out. Now, I've done this before, but I can't find the ones that I own, and so I thought, oh, I'll try it out again. Anyway, this is the color number 3, and it's supposed to be kind of like a rose pink color. When I removed it, I just thought it was really, really dark. It looked really dark for my preferences. If you are someone who would really like a dark lip line, or you would love a stain on your lips, this would be fantastic. But for me personally, it was a little bit too dark. So I went in with a new lip liner that I have, which is from Wonderskin, and these are so good. I can tell you that this one is so good. And I tried to lighten the darkness. It worked to a certain extent, but I still felt like the overall look was a little bit too dark for my preference. I feel like it kind of ages me when I use too dark of a lip liner, too dark of a lipstick even. I just don't care for that look on me. I'm more of kind of like a neutral, lighter, just less is more on the lips as far as I'm concerned. But I will say that the Wonderskin lip liner is absolutely beautiful. This one is in the color... it's called 360 Contour Lip Liner, and I want to say this is in the color Blush. I'll make sure that I put it down below. Yeah, this is Blush. This is like one of the best lip liners ever. It is like a light, dusty pink, and I have it right here. It's like a light dusty pink. It's right here. It's got a little bit of a cool undertone, and I just think it's beautiful. It's really, really pretty on the lips in general, and then you could put a gloss over it kind of thing, like you could put it on your entire lip. So after I did that, I put on a new lip gloss, which is also from that Sacheu brand. This lip, it's like a lip oil / lip gloss combo, and it's actually really, really beautiful. It looks like this. My only issue is when you go to take, it is very hard to get out. And every time I have done that, I pull some of the lip gloss out and it kind of like gets everywhere. I mean, that's probably a little bit of an exaggeration. It doesn't get everywhere, but it doesn't come out of the tube really easily. I'm sure that's meant to help kind of so that you don't take too much out of the tube, but it just isn't. The product is good, but the packaging is just kind of funky. So I put that on and I still felt like my lips were just way too dark. Everything was a little bit too dark. So I went in with a new lip gloss from Lawless that I picked up. This is from their new strawberry line, and there's like 3 different colors. There's a strawberry shortcake, which this one might be. I'll make sure I put it down below, but this is one of the lighter shades, and I actually really, really love this. It has the tiniest bit of a tingle. It's supposed to be like a plumper, but it's not crazy tingle. It's not uncomfortable, but I used this to try and lighten up the situation. So it kind of all turned out okay in the end, but I decided that I was going to start over. So let me tell you, to get that lip stain lip liner off, I had to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub my lips, which tells me a couple things. Number one, it's just not for me. Number two, if that sounds like something that would be good for you to have a really long wearing stain on your lips, you may love that. That may be totally your jam. And again, the stain that I used is the color number 3, and it was like a rose nude color. It was quite dark, if you ask me. It definitely did not look nude in any way. And I would say it was like a deeper rose shade for sure, but man, did it ever stain the lips and wanted to stick around. Had I not scrubbed it off, and there's probably still a tiny bit of remnants left, it would stick around all day. You can just tell. I mean, it is stained on there. Okay, so I started over. I just, scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and started over with some tried and trues. Number 1 is this newer one from Sephora. This is a lip liner. It's the 8 Hour Colorful, and it's like their new matte collection, which I'm not a big matte lip fan, but when it comes to lip liners, I think anything goes because you can put whatever you put on over it is what's going to end up dictating the, the finish on your lips. So this one is in the color, this is Perfect Beige. And you guys, this is such a gorgeous color. I mean, it is right here. It's like a it's the middle one, this guy. It's like a tawny beige with the ever so hint of a pinkish undertone or maybe taupe undertone. It's really, really beautiful. I would say that if anything, it's very neutral. It leans very, very neutral to a hint cool because it's right next to this neutral or this really super cool color, and it doesn't pull super warm next to that cool color. So to me, that says that's probably a neutral leaning cool. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's Sephora brand, so it's super affordable. Probably the best lip liner I have picked up, and I've been on a lip liner kick. I've been just into lip liners, is this one from the brand Soshe. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this. I learned about this one actually from my friend Alyssa over on Instagram. She shared this because Dior used to have a lip liner. It was called Nude Fig, Brown Fig. One of my all-time favorite lip liners, and they've discontinued it. So she was showing some lip liners that kind of looked a little bit like Brown Fig, if that was something that you were sad about as well. This is one of the ones that she showed, and this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous lip liner. I am so thankful that she shared it because I actually think it might be even prettier than Dior Brown Fig. It's right here. It is a rosewood brown figgy color, go figure. It's got a little bit of like a mauve in there, a little bit of rosewood, a little bit of nude, and it is, I mean, it's this darker one. It is seriously such a beautiful color. So that's what I have on my lips now, is I actually put this one on, and then I put on top of it the Lawless in that super light color, which kind of balances out, and I think that's kind of my kind of a lip combo. I like to like pat it out so that it's not way too much lip gloss. It kind of ends up shearing out and just sort of blending the lip liner into the lips. But those are kind of the new lip products that I've been testing out. Not all hits, unfortunately, but I did find some gems in there, especially in the lip liner department. So I'll make sure that I tag the good ones for you, which would be the Wonderskin, it would be the Sephora brand, and then it would be this Soshe brand. Those 3 lip liners are seriously some of the best that I have come across in a really, really long time, and I'm really glad about it. Okay, another lippy that I picked up kind of on a whim when I was at Sephora that I really, really like, and it's gonna be so great in the summertime, is this one from InnBeauty Project. This is so great because, first of all, the color is gorgeous. It's kind of a pinky nude. You can see it here. That's a really, really thick swatch, and ignore that. I don't know, I cut myself or box cut or something right there, so please ignore that. But it's like a peachy pinky color, and like I said, that's a really heavy swatch. But what I think is super cool about this is it's really, really comfortable on the lips, and it is an SPF of 30. They call it a balm, and I definitely think it's somewhere between a gloss, a balm, kind of a butter. It's in between all of those because it's not crazy, crazy shiny, but it definitely has a little bit of a shine. It is really hydrating and moisturizing, and it leaves your lips feeling really, really good. But at the same time, you get that SPF in there, so you get to protect your lips. So this is one of those that I'm super excited about for the summer. It's easily one that you can just toss in your purse and grab and have a little bit of SPF on your lips, which, you know, does get neglected. I think that one of the places that we don't always have SPF is on our lips. And so I am committed to trying to make sure that I have reapplication methods for SPF everywhere on my face this summer. So this is one of them that I'll be using. A blush that I picked up that I absolutely am digging, and I've only used this like maybe a handful of times, but it's a new blush by Dior. And when you look at it, it looks absolutely crazy, but it is so beautiful. Now, I'm sure that this is one of those multi-sticks that you can use on your lips if you wanted to. Obviously, this color is so incredibly bright, but I would think that you could probably like pat it in and then cover it with a gloss, use it with a lip liner, stuff like that. But if you look at it, it is right there. It's kind of one of those bubblegum colors. But the deal is, obviously, once you put it onto your cheeks and you buff it out, it blends into this really life-giving color. So it's one of those that's so beautiful and just brings life to your face. It's a really nice formula. It is not matte and it is not shiny. It's just kind of skin-like, but it definitely doesn't accentuate texture, at least not on me, and it doesn't make me look dry or powdery. So it's one of those that I think is really super cool. That color always draws me in because I know that it looks crazy, but I actually know that when it's on the skin, it usually just gives a nice pop. So this was a great find. I will make sure I list the color. I think they came out with 4, and this is the most obviously like bright bubblegum pink shade, and definitely don't be afraid of it because it blends out into the most beautiful color. And obviously I'm wearing it right now. I don't think that it is too crazy once it's buffed out. Now you may not know, but I started a new Instagram page, and it is dedicated to fragrance and to fashion. And it's kind of just this offshoot. I've wanted to do this for so long, but I've kind of, you know, I'm a skincare person, I'm an esthetician. And so I started a whole new Instagram, and I'm really, really excited about it. I am a collector of fragrances. I have also been kind of embarking on a journey to train my nose how to recognize certain notes, and I bought this thing called the Perfumer's Apprentice so that I could start to train myself. I've done things like I go into Whole Foods and I buy different essential oils so that I can learn a little bit more about sandalwood and vetiver and, you know, that kind of thing. And I try to really test myself so that I can start to pick out individual notes in fragrances, just because it's one of those things that's a really, really fun hobby of mine. So recently, so I will link that down below if you want to come follow me over there. I'm also going to do some fashion stuff. My fashion is completely laid back style, but I really think it's fun to learn from each other and talk about it and just share it. I think it's just a really fun kind of side thing to do that is really creative and fun. Anyway, I'll link it down below if you want to come join the fam over there. But a couple things that I discovered as I have been collecting more fragrances and kind of more ensconced in that type of world is the new ones, at least they're new to me, from Kayali. So this one is the Capri in a bottle and this one is Maui in a bottle. I haven't spent a lot of time with Maui in a bottle, but I have spent a little bit of time with Capri in a bottle, and you guys, this is so delicious. So this is like citrus pound cake, and to me it is raspberry, it's fluffy, it is lemon, and then it has this praline and vanilla, so it's a very like vanilla cream frosting with lemon and raspberry in there, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's gourmand, but it is gourmand in a vacation way. So it's gourmand in the spring and summer kind of a way. And to me, you could think of Lyra, only better for spring. You could think of Acro Bake, but not quite as zesty. You could think of Exidolo, Love and Crime, only not quite as sticky. It's like Devotion, only better than Devotion. It's really, really yummy. And you can really go to town spraying it, and it's not too much because it's kind of more like spring and summer gourmand. Anyway, this is definitely the best Kayali that I've discovered out of the entire Kayali range. And I've tried most of them. A lot of them I buy in like the travel size. Another one that I got recently was one of the wedding scents, and I really like it until it completely dries down and then it gets a little bit too woody for my taste. This one is good from first spray all the way to dry down, when 3 or 4 hours from now, all I smell is a little bit of vanilla cream frosting with the ever so hint of citrus. It's beautiful. So if you are somebody who loves gourmand and it's sad to you when winter is over and we kind of move away from gourmand and we move into all the freshies, this might be kind of a nice bridge of a fragrance because it is definitely gourmand, but it's a lighter gourmand for spring and summer, in my opinion. Anyway, so that's Kayali. That is Capri in a bottle. So that was probably one of the best fragrance finds I have, discovered recently. And I have been on a fragrance kick. I've got videos coming for you. We're going to do some fragrance content on this channel. I will do it on a different day other than Saturday so that you know. But yeah, this has been a really, really fun find. So those are kind of all of my new discoveries in makeup, and obviously a little bit in fragrance there. Let me know what you have found recently when it comes to makeup and skincare and devices and fragrance. I would love to know down below. I hope that you are having the most wonderful day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.